Rappers often lead tumultuous lives, and unfortunately a significant number have met untimely deaths, some even before reaching the age of 30. Death, a daunting topic, has inspired numerous songs as artists grapple with the enigma of what lies beyond. Intriguingly, some musicians seem to have eerily foreseen their own deaths. Whether these instances are more aligned with coincidence than genuine psychic abilities is subjective and open to interpretation. It's plausible that certain artists possessed a keen foresight or a profound understanding of the societal conditions that surround them, prompting them to contemplate the fragility of life in their creative expressions. The theme of death has been a prominent subject in music across various genres. In the realm of rock and roll, bands like The Doors have delved into the profound topic. Take for instance the lyrics of the song The End from the band's debut LP. This is the end, my only friend, the end of our elaborate plans, the end of everything that stands, the end. When questioned by Cream magazine about the song, Jim Morrison, who passed away in 1971 at the age of 27, remarked, quote, "It's strange that people fear death. The pain is over. Yeah, I guess it is a friend." The band Perry made a notable impact in country music in 2010 with their hit If I Die Young, where Kimberly Perry sings hauntingly, quote, "If I die young, bury me in satin. Lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song." In the realm of hip-hop, artists have also extensively explored the theme of death, whether through music, interviews, or social media. Tragically, some rappers have accurately foretold their own demise. An example is the late Georgia rapper Dollar, who was fatally shot in 2009 in Los Angeles, California. In his song Georgia Nights, he eerily rapped, "My papa died by the gun, I'll die by the gun, and if I ever have a son, he'll probably die by the same." However, there are more musicians in the industry who straight up predicted their deaths, and the first one is Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD is dead after suffering a seizure at Chicago's Midway Airport.
The passing of Chicago rapper and singer Juice WRLD on December 8, 2019 at the age of 21 elicited shock and sadness among fans. According to the Chicago Tribune, he succumbed to an accidental drug overdose that led to cardiac arrest. Juice WRLD, known for his hits like Lucid Dreams, was open about his struggles with addiction. In a 2019 interview on the No Jumper podcast, he candidly discussed his early exposure to drugs.
I used to damn near worship the I was into music so much. So my family putting me on all this different music, Future, Gucci, all these about drugs.
Juice WRLD acknowledged that his interest in drugs began at a young age, influenced by the music he loved. He revealed, quote, "It was something that I was into early, low-key due to music, cause I was a music head, so like in 6th grade, 7th grade. I'm hearing songs about sipping lean, referring to the concoction made from cough syrup, Sprite, and sometimes hard candy, frequently mentioned in rap lyrics." Additionally, Juice WRLD pointed to Atlanta rapper Future as someone who played a role in his experimentation with drugs, noting that Future's music inspired him to start sipping lean at like 11, 12 years old. Juice WRLD also referenced his drug problem in his music on songs like Lean With Me, Different, and Legends. Quote, "What's the 27 club? We ain't making it past 21. I've been going through paranoia, so I always gotta keep a gun." He sings on Legends, referencing the group of artists who have died at age 27 like Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, and Amy Winehouse. The tragic death of XXXTentacion on June 18, 2018 in Deerfield Beach, Florida, at the age of 20 was a shock to his fans and the music community. His untimely demise occurred during a robbery attempt. Interestingly, XXXTentacion appeared to have a premonition of his fate in an Instagram live video.
"If I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids."
In the video, which was later shared on Twitter by one of his fans, XXXTentacion reflected on the possibility of his death. He expressed a desire for his message to resonate with young people even in the event of his demise. He stated, quote, "If worse things comes to worse, and I die or some and I'm not able to see out my dreams, I at least want to know that the kids perceived my message and were able to make something of themselves and able to take my message and use it and turn it into something positive and to at least have a good life." XXXTentacion, born José Onfroy, gained prominence by delving into themes of loneliness and depression, resonating with fans who found solace and connection in his music. Despite facing legal issues, including an arrest for domestic battery in 2016, XXXTentacion's influence in the music industry continued to grow. He released 2 notable projects before his untimely death, 17 in 2017 and the LP ? The following year. Tragically, less than a month after XXXTentacion's death on June 18, 2018, the Associated Press reported that suspects Dedrick Williams, Michael Boatwright, Robert Allen, and Trayvon Newsom had been indicted for the shooting. The incident marked a shocking and abrupt end to the promising career of the young artist, leaving a lasting impact on the music community and his devoted fan base. Moving to the next musician, who is Lisa.
During the night, there was a tragedy. Grammy Awards winning singer Lisa Left Eye Lopes of the popular group TLC was in a car accident in Honduras.
April 25, 2002 marked a somber day in the music industry, particularly for fans of TLC, the iconic pop trio that gained fame in the early 90s. On that day, Lisa Left Eye Lopes, a member of TLC, tragically lost her life in a car crash at the age of 30 while in La Ceiba, Honduras. This incident followed another car accident just weeks earlier, where, as reported by the Seattle Post-Intelligence, Lisa was involved in a van that struck and fatally injured a 10-year-old Honduran boy. The sequence of events surrounding these accidents deeply affected both Lisa and those who cherished her contributions to the world of music. In Reel's docuseries Autopsy, Lisa Left Eye Lopes, Lisa's brother Ronald shared insights into her final days, indicating that she associated the tragic accident involving the young boy with her own fate. Ronald expressed, quote,
I think Lisa felt like death was coming, and maybe it got this boy by accident instead of her.
Several months before her untimely death, reports surfaced that Left Eye had signed a record deal with The Row, a label founded by Suge Knight after his involvement with Death Row Records. During that period, tensions were reported between Left Eye and her TLC group members Tion T-Boy Watkins and Rosanda Chili Thomas. Chili addressed the dynamics of their relationship after Left Eye's passing, stating on CNN's Talk Back Live in 2002, quote, "She was our sister. You know, sisters argue and they kiss and make up, and that's just how our relationship was. We'll always be a group." Despite any conflicts, Chili emphasized the enduring bond between the TLC members. Mac Miller, a rapper adored by a large fan base, left a profound impact that was evident in the extensive lines at exhibitions held in various US cities after his untimely death. On September 7th, 2018, at the age of 26, Mac Miller passed away due to an accidental drug overdose. The news of his death resonated deeply with many, leading to an outpouring of grief both online and offline.
Outside of the Studio City home of rapper Mac Miller, and authorities confirm here a death investigation is underway. Air 7 was over the scene when we saw what we believe to be Miller's body.
Known for his candor, Mac Miller openly discussed his struggles with drug use. In a 2015 interview with Billboard, he expressed his fear that drugs could ultimately be his demise, saying, quote, "It just eats at your mind, doing drugs every single day, every second." Mac Miller's struggles with substance abuse were not only evident in his interviews, but also candidly explored in his music. Whether it was through tracks like 100 Grandkids or Happy Birthday, he used his art as a medium to convey the challenges he faced with substances. In the song What Do You Do from his 2014 mixtape Faces, Miller eerily predicted his own death and referenced another celebrity in the process. In the lyrics, he rapped, quote, "A drug habit like Philip Hoffman will probably put me in a coffin," alluding to the late actor Philip Seymour Hoffman. Hoffman died of acute mixed drug intoxication, as reported by CNN at the age of 46. The reference to Hoffman in Miller's song adds a poignant layer to his reflections on substance abuse and the potential consequences he foresaw in his own life.
Miller, whose real name is Malcolm James McCormick, age 26, died of an apparent overdose.
In the mid-90s, a new generation of rap stars emerged in New York City, taking the spotlight from the icons of the previous decade like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, and KRS-One. The conversation shifted to new artists, prominently featuring the Notorious B.I.G, Nas, and the rising star Jay-Z. Amidst this scene, there was also a rapper from Harlem named Big L, whose promising career was tragically cut short in 1999 when he was shot and killed in his neighborhood at the age of 24.
My man Big L, you know what I mean? My man, rest in peace to my
From the early stages of his career, Big L showcased his exceptional lyricism, characterized by intricate wordplay, sharp wit, and vivid storytelling. His talent was evident in tracks like Casualties of a Dice Game, where he skillfully painted narratives filled with detailed imagery and clever storytelling. Big L's untimely death marked the end of a promising career and left a lasting impact on the rap community. The track Casualties of a Dice Game was released posthumously in August 2000 on Big L's second album, The Big Picture. In this song, the rapper narrates a gripping story involving a shootout after engaging in dice and gambling activities, with lines like, "Now I can hear the sirens, that means here comes the Jakes, but it's too late, I'm knocking on the pearly gates." Big L vividly depicts the intensity and consequences of the scenario. In 1999, a man named Gerard Woodley was arrested in connection with the K of Big L. However, he was not convicted and the case was ultimately dismissed as reported by Revolt. Gerard Woodley, who happened to be Big L's childhood friend, met a tragic fate as well. He was K'd in 2016. Numerous rap artists have tragically passed away prematurely, yet few have attained the legendary status achieved by Tupac Shakur. On September 7, 1996, the rapper and actor was shot in Las Vegas while driving alongside former Death Row Records head Suge Knight. Less than a week later, Shakur succumbed to his injuries at the age of 25 in University Medical Center of Southern Nevada. Throughout his career, he openly discussed death or incorporated it into his imagery, as evident in the music video for I Ain't Mad at Cha. In this visual representation, Shakur portrays himself being shot and K'd after leaving a party with actor Bokeem Woodbine. The video was released shortly after Shakur's untimely demise. Quote, "It became even more haunting because we filmed it about 6 months prior to its release. Approximately a week or two after he passed away, they released it," Woodbine shared with XXL in 2011. "I was just like, wow, I don't even have the words for it. Even to this day, it's undeniably eerie." The rapper of Dear Mama also appeared to foreshadow his own demise in a 1994 interview with Entertainment Weekly's Benjamin Svetsky. When asked about where he sees himself in 15 years, Shakur replied, as reported by Bet, quote, "Best case scenario, in a cemetery. Not in a cemetery sprinkled, in ashes smoked up by my homies." Proof, a notable figure in Detroit's hip-hop scene and a prominent member of the group D12, earned his reputation long before achieving fame. Renowned as Eminem's best friend, he tragically met his end on April 11, 2006 at the CCC Club on Detroit's 8 Mile, as reported by Rolling Stone. In a chilling foreshadowing with his song 40 Ounce, Proof predicted his fate with the lyrics, "I'm in the club to beef, you gotta murder me dead." According to Rolling Stone, an altercation unfolded in the club around 4:30 a.m. involving Proof, born Deshaun Holton, and a man named Keith Bender Jr. The dispute, originating from a pool game, escalated to the point where Proof allegedly shot Bender. In response, Mario Etheridge, the club's bouncer and Bender's cousin, opened fire on Proof. Tragically, both Proof and Bender lost their lives in the incident.
Just saw him laying there like that, you know, it was just everybody was just f***ed up, you know what I'm saying? It was just a f***ed up time.
During this period, Eminem finally addressed his friend's tragic death, breaking his silence. In a statement obtained by MTV, Eminem expressed the profound impact of losing Proof. Quote, "You don't know where to begin when you lose somebody who's been such a big part of your life for so long. Proof and I were brothers. He pushed me to become who I am. Without Proof's guidance and encouragement, there would have been a Marshall Mathers, but probably not an Eminem and certainly never a Slim Shady. He will be missed as a friend, father, and both the heart and ambassador of Detroit hip-hop." Prodigy, a member of Mobb Deep renowned for crafting gritty street tales akin to crime dramas, battled sickle cell anemia, a group of inherited red blood cell disorders as described by Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. This condition hampers the cell's ability to receive sufficient oxygen, causing them to adopt a sickle shape and often resulting in severe pain. The New York rapper openly discussed the challenges posed by this illness.
Pain is my friend. Pain is like somebody that's just gonna always be there, and you know, we learn from each other.
Tragically, Prodigy passed away on June 20th, 2017 in Las Vegas at the age of 42. The cause of death was reported as accidental choking on an egg while he was hospitalized for sickle cell-related issues, according to TMZ. In 2017, the renowned rapper from the infamous Prodigy shared a chilling experience during an interview on Viceland's The Therapist. He recounted seeing a mysterious figure, emphasizing that while he didn't explicitly associate it with impending death, the encounter unnerved him. Describing the eerie incident, Prodigy explained, quote, "When I laid down to go to sleep, all the lights were off in my room and I'm laying there and I seen a black shadow walk across my room. The only way I can describe what it looked like a black Spider-Man." The interview clip is noted as Prodigy's final recorded video interview before his passing. The Notorious B.I.G. extensively explored the theme of mortality throughout his career, hinting at his own demise from the outset. The iconic rapper met a tragic end on March 9th, 1997 in Los Angeles, California at the age of 24, after leaving a party at the Peterson Automotive Museum. His inaugural album, recognized as a classic, bears the title Ready to Die, serving as a poignant illustration of his fixation on death. On this album, he delved into the subject with tracks like thoughts. Biggie's second album, Life After Death, was released just 2 weeks after his untimely death, featuring tracks such as You're Nobody Till Somebody KU. However, a particularly prescient interview showcased in A&E's Biggie, The Life of Notorious B.I.G. stands out as a significant premonition regarding his own demise. In the interview, he expressed a deep-seated fear, stating, quote, "I think somebody is trying to K me. I wake up paranoid, I'm really scared, that's just the way I am." Despite the passage of time, no arrests have been made in connection to the B.I.G.'s murder. Numerous theories about the identity of the perpetrator have emerged through interviews and documentaries. Sean Diddy Combs, who had signed the rapper to his Bad Boy label, was in a separate vehicle when the fatal incident occurred. Reflecting on the tragedy on the Wendy Williams show in 2017, Combs expressed a lingering sense of responsibility, acknowledging, quote, "I think I'll always feel some sort of responsibility because I'm in this thing with him. He's my artist." In October of 2018, Theodore Joseph Jones III, known by his rap moniker Young Greatness, met a tragic end in his hometown of New Orleans, falling victim to a fatal shooting. Despite having record deals with Quality Control Music and Cash Money Records, the rapper had relocated to Houston due to the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. His return to New Orleans was prompted by the unfortunate circumstance of attending a funeral, as reported by NBC's WDSU. Young Greatness, apprehensive about his safety in New Orleans, had discussed his concerns in a 2018 interview with Vlad TV. Quote, "If I have to go see my kids, or I have to see my auntie, or I have to see my grandmother or my mother, that's what I'm going to do. I don't care who's saying they're going to do what. I'm going to have to die going out brave." In March of 2019, the Times-Picayune reported a development in the case, noting that 3 individuals were arrested for Young Greatness's
Breaking news about a shooting here at home. An up-and-coming New Orleans rapper shot and killed overnight in the parking lot of a Waffle House along Elysian Fields just before I-610.
The prevailing belief among the public is that Michael Jackson died from an overdose of the drug propofol, as reported by the BBC. In the eyes of the courts, the responsibility for Jackson's death was attributed to his Dr. Conrad Murray, who was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Conrad Robert Murray, guilty of the crime of involuntary manslaughter.
However, not everyone subscribes to the notion that Jackson's death was merely an accident. Paris Jackson, the singer's daughter, has expressed a different perspective, suggesting a more sinister truth behind her father's demise. In an interview with Rolling Stone, she hinted at a belief that the circumstances surrounding Michael Jackson's death were not as straightforward as they appeared. While she has not publicly disclosed the specific party she holds responsible, Paris mentioned that her entire family shares her sentiments on this matter. A significant piece of evidence comes from Michael Jackson himself, as reported by The Guardian. During his final weeks, Jackson penned letters to one of his closest friends expressing fear of being murdered and stating that he felt his life was in danger. Rolling Stone highlights that Lisa Marie Presley, Jackson's ex-wife, shared a similar account with Oprah, recounting the singer's belief that someone intended to harm him, possibly to gain control of his valuable music publishing catalog. The question remains, was Jackson genuinely apprehensive about a credible threat, or was it a manifestation of paranoia? During his heyday, Jackie Wilson, also known as Mr. Excitement, earned acclaim as an unforgettable performer, boasting over 50 singles throughout his lifetime. However, his personal life, as highlighted by the Winston-Salem Journal, was marked by struggles with relationship issues, personal turmoil, and alcoholism. In 1975, while delivering a passionate rendition of his iconic song Lonely Teardrops on stage in New Jersey, Wilson suffered a heart attack. In a tragic coincidence, the lyrics he sang as his chest tightened were reportedly, quote, "My heart is crying." Wilson collapsed in front of the audience and was swiftly taken to the hospital, although he didn't succumb to the heart attack that day. His tumultuous journey persisted. Wilson remained in a coma for several months before regaining consciousness, albeit without the restoration of mobility or the ability to speak. Subsequently, he was moved between various care facilities, existing in a vegetative state for nearly 9 years until his eventual passing in '84. In the realm of music, Phil Lynott, akin to Peter Steele, seemingly foreshadowed his fate in the song Heart Attack, featured on the 1983 Thin Lizzy album Thunder and Lightning. However, Lynott's demise at the age of 36 was relatively young for a heart failure-related death. This age typically doesn't align with expectations for such occurrences, suggesting the possibility of additional factors contributing to his untimely passing.
This evening is that Phil Lynott is dead. He died at Salisbury Infirmary just 20 minutes ago, 11 days after he was admitted there with liver and kidney failure.
The lyrics included lines like, "Mama, I'm dying of a heart attack. My heart can't handle the strain that's shaking it, and Papa, I'm dying of an overdose." And according to the Irish Times, Lynott died 3 years after he sang those words from heart failure and pneumonia, all believed to be complications from a lifetime of substance abuse. Bob Marley's mystique extended beyond his musical talent, with some viewing him as a prophet akin to Nostradamus, characterized by both musical prowess and distinctive charisma. According to the book Bob Marley, Musician, his mother attested to his alleged ability to foresee the future from a young age. Some followers even believe that Marley made predictions about modern conflicts in Ukraine, Iraq, and Syria. However, one of the most peculiar predictions was about his own mortality at the age of 24. He confided in friends, stating, quote, "I know I'm going to die at 36. In 1977, Marley's life took a dramatic turn when he was diagnosed with melanoma beneath the nail of his big toe. Doctors recommended amputation, but Marley, a devout Rastafarian, deemed this act sinful and refused the treatment. By the summer of 1980, the cancer had spread throughout his body. Seeking unconventional solutions, Marley traveled to Germany, hoping a doctor with controversial cancer treatments might offer a cure. Unfortunately, holistic medicine proved ineffective. Marley, choosing to return to Jamaica to spend his final days, never made it back. He passed away during a stopover in Miami on May 11, 1981, fulfilling the age he had foretold, 36.
Death is trying to take life, and life is stronger than death. But people believe that death is stronger than life.
In April 2016, the internet buzzed with the notion that Prince had predicted his own death, generating sensational headlines and likely contributing to a significant surge in Prince album sales. However, the reality of whether he genuinely foresaw his fate is open to interpretation. One argument suggests that acknowledging one's mortality, as expressed in his lyrics, can be considered prophetic. The song, "Sometimes It Snows in April" from the 1986 album Parade, features the lyrics, "Sometimes I wish life was never ending, and all good things they say never last." While these lines touch on the transient nature of life, connecting them directly to his death several decades later may be subjective. Another set of lyrics that fans found intriguing was from Let's Go Crazy, where Prince sings about an elevator. Notably, he was discovered unresponsive in an elevator. The question arises, is this eerie or more of an eye-roll-worthy coincidence? According to the speculation, Prince's sister revealed to E! News that 3 years before his death from a fentanyl overdose, Prince had called her stating, quote, "I think I've done everything I've come to do." While this might be considered eerie if it had occurred just days before his passing, the fact that Prince had 3 more years of activities and accomplishments complicates the notion of a specific prophecy. The debate surrounding Prince's supposed predictions continues, leaving interpretation to the listener. Lastly, the iconic Whitney Houston's death was the biggest shock to the industry. Houston was in Los Angeles for a pre-Grammy Awards party and brought along some of her usual vices, but her luck ran out. On the afternoon of February 11, 2012, she was discovered dead in a hotel bathtub. The coroner ruled her death an accidental drowning with contributing factors of cocaine use and heart disease.
We have breaking news tonight out of Los Angeles, the death of singing star Whitney Houston at the age of 48.
Still, she was only 48 and her death was pretty unexpected. Except maybe to Houston herself. According to TMZ, she'd recently told friends that she thought the end was near, and she'd even said, quote, "I'm gonna go see Jesus. I want to see Jesus." You see, many musicians have seemingly foretold their own deaths, either through their songs or by openly discussing the topic in interviews. The intriguing question that persists is how they could have had such foresight. Speculation arises whether it stems from concealed threats or other unknown factors. Only time will unravel the mysteries surrounding these predictions.